down.
While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. Freak, number 1.
And the numbers say it all. I mean, he's tremendously efficient at scoring the basketball around the rim. He's almost automatic.
Yeah, excellent footwork he has. I mean, terrific in his shot selection for such a young player. He's dependable, coachable, steady. This kid's going to really go far.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Wesley Johnson.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Screen by Smith. Now here's Redick, defended by Blackwell. Smith the pass to Paul. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and it's Stevenson missing.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Pass to Chandler. Fires from deep. They get it again. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Smith. Averaging 9 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
And just as J.J. Hickson seemed to be finding some rhythm in his career, Clark, last season happened. His production dropped like a rock.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, after 2 straight years where he was starting, last season he was asked to come off the bench. And for J.J. Hickson, that just did not seem to be a good fit.
Harris kicks to Chandler. And he uses the glass on the layup. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter.
And getting back to J.J. Hickson, he's forever had the size and strength to get it done. His problems have always been that lack of discipline and an unrefined set of tools. I mean, unfortunately, last season highlighted those flaws.
Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. And that's now 6 points for Jordan.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
And here's Chandler from the arc. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA career.
You know, coming in at 18.
Kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know, that's a great point there, Kevin. I mean, like he says, he really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as an adult person in society. And he's become a real credit to our game.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. J.J. Redick is out there with Crawford. Then it's Johnson. The Clippers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And it's Paul penetrating. Griffin dishes to Stevenson. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Drops in the breakaway layup. Stevenson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
Pierce, wide open, he fires. Off target from three-point range. Denver's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Now here's Freak, defended by Griffin. And it's Freak missing.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Stevenson with a clean look. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Stevenson's got 5 now.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
And both free throws good from Freak.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Freak. 13 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Stevenson outside. To the inside. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Stevenson. And that's now 9 points for Blake Griffin. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Suns.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Here's Freak. It could go. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's a close.
Josh, you got...
And we welcome you back. And Los Angeles with some changes. Smith comes in for Blake Griffin. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Denver also making some changes. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Nurkic. Freak comes in for Barton. And it's Gary Harris in for Moutier. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Blackwell, he's in at shooting guard. Wilson Chandler out there, Gallinari. Then there's Harris. And it's Fareed in at the center. And a wide open look for Freak. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the middle. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
And Stevenson's checked in for Johnson. And then for Denver, Hickson comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And it's Arthur in for Gallinari. Screen by Smith. Paul outside. Smith with a screen on Harris. Paul kicks to Smith. And J.J. Hickson pulls it down.
Move it.
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they've had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
And Stevenson kicks to Redick. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Redick's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight. They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part, and I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Chandler the pass to Harris and taken away by Paul. Now the Clippers moving it up. Hit his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Puts up a 3.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Not enough on that one as it misses.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Here's Jordan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your Clippers.
First one falls for him.
At the line for 2.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Now Freak. Well, welcome back as we get set to start. And Denver with a change here too. Freak's checked in for Will Barton. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Paul outside. Crawford drives in. And Fareed sends it back. The feed to Mudiay. Unloads from 13. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that's not supposed to happen. Come on now. You're not supposed to throw an alley-oop from that kind of distance. Come on.
And then Clark to dunk it with authority.
But how about the communication, guys? I got a feeling that's something they may have tried in practice.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Here's Blackwell. Misses the 3.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Crawford dishes to Griffin. Stolen by Fareed. And Gallinari kicks to Freak. Hands it from downtown. Freak's got 21 in the game.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Dishes it to Johnson. At the elbow, Griffin. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Griffin just having a terrific game. 8 rebounds and a block. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
Will Barton, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Blackwell. And again, Denver with the triple.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these
We're
are
starting to
just
feel it from
shooting
deep.
shots.
Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to
And let's get this update now from
we have
way
to
on
go
the
get
sideline.
weak side to get there.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told us guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Paul outside. Back to Griffin. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Nurkic, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Nurkic.
Kevin, they're shooting around 90% from the free throw line. You and I both know that's very strong, very impressive free throw shooting for this team.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
From deep three-point range, that one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Blackwell.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.